Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I know all of you might be a bit tired, but I need a promise from you. I am about to share a journey right now of how I became what I am today. I just want you to pay little attention if you can. Right. So standing here today feels a bit unreal because this is the same place where I once grew up. These corridors, these classrooms, these teachers are the ones who shaped me. They gave me something very important, a sense of safety, sense of encouragement, and a place to become who I am today. Schools don't teach you subjects, don't just teach you subjects, they teach you something very important, confidence, by listening to you, by making you feel seen, and by encouraging you. And yet, in safe places, some silences follows you. So I'm gonna do an trick. So I'm crushing a paper. Can any one of you volunteer to remove all the wrinkles in this paper? Anyone? Can you do it? This is an impact of some scars which a child face in their childhood. Right? Lot of thing happens with each and every one of us. Right? And these scars stay with us throughout. And we all should do a bit of effort to remove them. Right. I'm going to talk about one such scar, one such silence that followed me. I am a survivor of child sexual abuse. And like many survivors, I didn't know how to talk about it. Not because I didn't want it to, but because I didn't have words to. Silence felt easier than explaining what happened. Silence felt easier than the confusion that will be coming to me when I am talking about it. Back then, what I didn't realize was silence doesn't erase pain. It actually delays healing. The first time I talked about my experience wasn't in a formal setting or like a therapy room. It actually happened by chance. I was just roaming around in my college, and there was this stall setup of Bachpan Save the Innocents NGO, and they had this segment. एक छोटा सा segment था उनका IDY box, which stands for I Believe You box, where anyone and everyone could share their stories anonymously. That's it. I found a chance and I found a bit encouragement to just write my story. I pick up my pen and I started writing my story. And for the first time, I was not interrupted. I was not judged. And as soon as I completed my story, something unexpected happened. I felt lighter. I felt empowered. And that's it. That was the moment when I stopped asking, why did this happen to me? And I started asking, what can I do so that someone else doesn't go through the same? And that question led me to join this organization as just a volunteer, nothing else. I just wanted to be a volunteer. Slowly, I got trained as a body safety facilitator and I started delivering session on unsafe touch, adolescence, sexual consent, cyber safety. I even gave sessions in Delhi University colleges, such as Ramanujan College and Hindu College. Right. And eventually, I took on leadership roles. I started training volunteers under me. I once got trained and now I'm training other volunteers under me. I became the Delhi NCR overall coordinator and currently I'm one of the six core members in this organization. Taking on leadership roles taught me different meaning of silence. Silence of not being unheard, but first, silence of responsibility. When the session doesn't go as planned, when there are flaws or something unexpected happens, I had to stand tall and take the hit for my team because they trusted me once, right? Second, silence of planning. There were countless nights when I'm on my laptop planning on mapping sessions, even like seeing everything is aligned or not, if the location where the sessions are to be provided, are they well equipped or not? And there were like tireless nights. And lastly, the silence of how. How? to bring on different individuals, different personalities, different emotions together to work for one particular cause, which was protecting children. Right. And these all silences taught me one thing: impact are not always dramatic, but they're often quiet, consistent. They might not be applauded, but they changes lives. Right. Let me tell you that this whole journey that I'm right now telling you was not easy at all. Consider this: when you go into a classroom and a child come up to you with a story that they have never shared with anyone, it changes you. Sometimes it's too heavy to forget. Sometimes you have to take that story home with you. There were times when awareness toils were treated as jokes, even in colleges. Times when I am delivering sessions, but even the adults are not comfortable with the word. Right. And that triggered me. Honestly, it triggered me. But it also made me understand that the lack of sensitivity is exactly why I need to work for this particular cause. Right. Change doesn't start where everyone agree with you. It starts where conversations are uncomfortable. Right. If I talk about a silver lining in all this, there is an incident. I delivered my session in one of the schools in Delhi. A child comes up to me and says, "Bhaiya, ab na aap hamare safe circle mein aate ho." A child gave me one note and it was written, "Chammach mein chammach." Okay, thank you. There was a note written, "Chammach mein jeera, Spurs bhaiya, la gaya mein heera." Cute, right? Cute, not a lap, but it meant a lot to me. Sometimes it's just a smile, sometimes it's a hug or a handshake. These moments don't make headlines or are not filling up my pockets, but they let me sleep peacefully at night. That knowing, just maybe, someone is safer today than they were yesterday. Being unstoppable doesn't just mean success, recognition, or money. There were times when my initiative failed completely. When like whatever I planned, it like didn't happen as expected. There were times when I was exhausted to an extreme. But for me, being unstoppable meant continuing anyway. Because my comfort doesn't matter. The cause matters more than my comfort. And so I tried my best in whatever sense I could provide to the community. Standing here today in the same school that once shaped me, I realized one very important thing: that the silence or being unheard did not break me. It gave me empathy, it gave me responsibility. And if any one of you wants to take anything out of my story, let it be this: that your silence does not define you. What you choose to do with it might. Thank you.